Hey YouTube, what's up? Indie Piper here. This is my first video I've made in a while. I've been really busy. I've got a car that I'm restoring and I got that back about 2 weeks ago. And it's been keeping me really busy because it's been gone for 8 months getting painted. If I get time, I'm gonna do a video about that. I saw a WizD's video about his 69 Nova. That's a sweet car. Unfortunately, my car isn't near that finished yet. I still got a lot of work to go. So, on the topic of cars, this is going to be a VR to AquilasSmokes 200 sub contest. He wanted to know what we're passionate about. Oh, first of all, two quick shout out. Today I've been taking Toke whiskey and honey. Derek Tant recommended that one. I got it. I enjoy it. So Aquilas wanted to know what we're passionate about. And for me, that's a difficult choice because there are a bunch of things that I'm passionate about. A bunch of things that I could show you. That I can make videos about. I'm passionate about biking, photography, my car. I mean, there are a bunch of different things. Obviously, I'm passionate about pipe smoking and tobaccos too. But I really had to narrow this one down. And in his video that he made announcing the contest, he said, "What is something you'd call into work for?" And that's what helped me make this decision because, if you can't see behind me, I've got a bass drum back here. The one time I've actually called into work that I haven't been sick, it's been to play music. And in my defense, I tried really hard to get that shift covered, but it didn't work out. I actually did get it covered, but it wasn't in the same pay period. It's confusing. I'm not going to get into it. But so something that I'm really passionate about is music, specifically the drums. I've been playing drums for a while now. It's the one thing that I did in high school that I'm still doing now. And it's the one thing that I learned a lot about in high school that, you know, I'll play music today and it'll still come back to me, what I learned in high school. And I think that's pretty awesome. So I wanted to show you a couple pieces of my kit that I'm really proud of and that mean a lot to me, that I feel kind of give it the sound that I'm looking for, I guess. I'm not into new equipment at all. Some of you may be, and that's fine, but I like older equipment, especially it's good. The wood gets a chance to age. It gets kind of mellow, almost like good tobacco, you know? If you give the wood a chance to age, you're gonna get more of a woody, warmer tone out of the drum when the wood resonates. You do have to be careful though when buying vintage drum equipment that it still is in round for tuning purposes, because if you get an oblong drum of any kind, it won't stay in tune. And yeah, you do tune drums. A lot of people when I said that are like, "What? How do you tune a drum? That's the most ridiculous thing I've ever heard." Yeah, it's and it's not really like tuning an instrument either. It's a little bit more, the tones you're looking for a little bit more subtle. So I could ramble on about this forever. So let me show you this first. This is it's the olive and blue Badge Ludwig. This is a supraphonic for those of you who might know what that means. I looked this drum up on a few forums and I could not find a specific date even through the number. I'm going to say this is probably at best guess a 73. It's a 10 lug snare. It's actually aluminum with a chrome coating, and back in the 70s they thought that looked really good, but as you can tell it's starting to kind of pit or chip a little bit, but honestly it doesn't affect the sound at all of this drum. And it might not look just super awesome, but the throw off on it is still super smooth. But I'm not going for something that looks awesome, because if it sounds good, that's what I'm concerned with. But it's in really good shape, and you can maybe see on there, I don't know, it's probably really disgusting and I'm gonna gross half of you out, but I've got some blood splatter on there from a show I played not too long ago, and probably some of you guitar players know about that too. If you're just playing and you're into it, you don't really notice. It's really easy to bust a knuckle, and then you don't really have a chance to be like, hold on, time out, who's got a band-aid? No, you keep going. And the last thing that I want to show you that I'm most proud of, again, I'm into Ludwig equipment. Just because that's what I played in high school, that's what I'm most familiar with, and they've been around for a really long time, so it's really easy to find a bunch of their Ludwig, or their vintage equipment. So this is a Keystone Badge WFL Drum Co. Chicago, USA, and this was a part of a set at one point. I got it just as a bass drum. When I got it, the lugs and everything were horribly corroded. I pulled this whole thing apart. I pulled the tension rods, the lugs off. I soaked and scrubbed everything. What's really cool is on these little claws that the tension rod goes through, it says WFL. You probably can't see this. I'm dealing with a huge drum here. This is awkward. Very unique. Now WFL, that's William F. Ludwig. That's Ludwig before Ludwig was Ludwig. So the best I could find out, again, with the Keystone Badge here, this bass drum was made in the late 50s, early 60s. It's mahogany with maple reinforcement rings. And when I got this, it actually had the original calfskin heads on it. The resonant head had been broken completely through, but the batter head was broken, the resonant head was still intact, and I have it on my practice kit right now. But I went ahead and replaced this one with, let me see if I can show you, it's the Remo fiber skin. This one, you really can't find calfskin heads anymore, and if you do, they're ridiculously expensive, so the fiber skin, I feel like, it most closely replicates the sound of the original thick calfskin heads that you used to be able to find. It gives a really nice warm tone, which is what I'm really looking for with this drum. So I also rubbed it down with some carnauba wax. It's perfectly in round. The wrap is in perfect shape, and I love these little, the rods have the T on it, so I didn't pay a whole lot for it when I got it, but now it's been kind of cleaned up. So that's what I'm passionate about, drums. That's what I would call in sick to work for, skip school if I had to. You know, it keeps me sane, and it's one thing that I've been playing drums, you know, for 20 plus years now, and I don't know what I'd do without it. I don't know what would happen if I moved into a place where I couldn't play daily. So that's what I love, and that's what I am passionate about. So thanks for giving me the opportunity, first and foremost, to talk about these things, because they mean a lot to me. Congrats on the 200 subs, and thanks for the contest. So it's almost a 10-minute video. Thanks for hanging out, and as always, you stay classy, YouTube.